Okay, I'm sorry. I have a question, and it can really only be answered by people who can actually think about this. So I was at work today, and this girl, Amy, she was like, "Are you any good at chemistry?" And I'm like, "No, not really." And she's like, "Because I'm looking for a chemistry tutor. I don't want to fail this class." And I'm like, "Oh, well, you can find tutors in school, blah, blah, blah." So one of the girls was like, "Oh, Kevin's great at chemistry. I guess he's another guy who works there. I don't know him." And she's like, "Yeah, why don't you ask Kevin to tutor you?" So she's like, "Oh no, Allie would kill me. Like, I would need Allie's permission first." I'm like, Allie, Kevin, those are two different names. What does one have to do with the other? So apparently Kevin is Allie's boyfriend, and Allie would freak out if he tutored Amy in chemistry if she wasn't present. So they were like, "Oh, well, maybe you can work something out where, like, you all hang out together in a public place, like at the bookstore or, at Allie's place, and all three of you just kind of go together." I'm like, you need supervision to get tutoring for your school from your friend's boyfriend? Your friend doesn't trust you enough to loan her boyfriend for tutoring? And the worst part is that, like, Amy also has a boyfriend. So Amy has a boyfriend and Allie has a boyfriend. So they're both in committed relationships with people that they are in love with. So if you're so in love with this person, shouldn't you be able to trust them for maybe an hour a week or something alone with someone else who is studying? If you don't trust that person and you don't believe that they're actually studying, isn't that a different conversation that you should now be having with your significant other about trust issues and, maybe working on your communication skills or something? Because if you don't trust your partner to be alone without you for 1 hour a week, I think that we now have different issues than just somebody tutoring somebody. And they were like, "Oh yeah, well, she would have to be in the room." Why? What does she think they're gonna do? Are they just gonna start going at it on the chemistry book? What the fucking hell, man? Like, okay, so even if Allie doesn't trust Amy, even though they're friends, from what I understand, they're both very good friends, Allie doesn't trust Amy alone with her boyfriend. Why doesn't she trust her boyfriend? Like, if you don't trust your boyfriend, why are you in a relationship with this individual? I will never understand that. I can't. And this is why people say that I'm not good in relationships, or why I've never been in a really long relationship before. Because I'm too trusting. First of all, if I'm going to be in a relationship with somebody, I'm going to trust them until they give me a reason not to. And then the second that reason is valid is the second that I end the relationship. Because without trust, there is no relationship. So if you tell me, if you're my boyfriend and you tell me, "Hey, my friend needs tutoring," or "Hey, your friend needs tutoring," or blah, 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 so I'm going to go tutor someone for an hour, I'm going to be like, "Okay, have fun, bye." You don't even have to give an explanation to me. I am not your mother. You do not have to tell me your whereabouts at every moment of every day. If I text you and I'm like, "Hey, where you at? You want to hang out or something," then you can be like, "Oh, hey, I'm tutoring so-and-so." I'd be like, "Oh, okay. Well, when you're done with that, you want to maybe come over and hang out or whatever." I am not your freaking warden. You're not in prison. You don't have to account all of your actions to me. I am not your guard. Do what you want to do, because I sure as hell will. If I said, "Oh, I'm going to go hang out with my friend Matt for a couple hours. We're, going to go to the comic book store or something," and my boyfriend tried to tell me, "Oh, well, so it's just going to be the two of you alone?" Yes, it's going to be the two of us alone, because we're the two people who like comic books, and we're the two people who have common interests there, and we want to do this together. Do you want to come? Are you suddenly into comic books that you never told me about? Because if you were into comic books, we could all go together because we'd all be friends. But if you're not into comic books, don't pretend to be into comic books just so me and my friend are not alone together, because that's crap. I don't understand this lack of trust in relationships. Seriously, if you don't trust someone, don't be in a relationship with that person. If my boyfriend texted me at 2 o'clock in the morning and was like, "Oh, hey, I'm going to sleep over my friend Stephanie's house because I missed the train," or Oh, it's downpouring and it's really raining. I'm gonna go sleep over my friend Michelle's. Okay, what the fuck ever, dude? Because my theory on this is this: if you're gonna cheat, you're gonna cheat, whether or not I give you room to cheat or not. Anyway, I'm not gonna police you. If you don't want to be with me, then just say you don't want to be with me. There's no reason to cheat on me because I'm never gonna keep you hostage. If you don't want to be with me, bye. I don't fucking care. I don't care. I mean, seriously, I don't understand that. I really don't understand getting permission to do anything. I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't need permission to do shit. I am not going to ask some guy's permission to hang out with my friends and do the shit that I want to do. Nor should he have to ask my permission to do anything else. I mean, if, like, you're married or you're living together or something, it's common courtesy to be like, hey, I want to spend the weekend away, with so-and-so. Would you be okay if I went? It's common courtesy. Still not necessary, but common courtesy. Because you don't want that person to be sitting up waiting for you going, they were supposed to be home from work 17 hours ago. Where the hell are they? So, I mean, it's nice to know where you are, in that kind of situation. But you don't really need permission. It's kind of a, this is what I'm doing just as a heads up type thing. So if you were on Friday night gonna go, oh, hey, me and the boys are all gonna go camping this weekend. Okay, maybe I would have wanted you to give me a little bit more notice in case we had plans or I had maybe thought of plans. But again, you don't owe me any kind of explanation. I might be a little bit angry or a little bit annoyed, but that's still not my business. If your friends suddenly made plans and they wanted to invite you to their plans, I totally understand. Like, especially if I didn't have something already planned, like if we weren't already going to do something, then that's my own fault for not speaking up and saying, hey, I wanted your time this weekend. I just don't understand people who are like, I have to ask my boyfriend's permission, or, oh, my girlfriend would never allow me to do that. You're grown. The time for asking permission is over. You don't have to ask permission anymore. I mean, I'm sorry. Okay, I know that's a long rant, but it just really pissed me off because I was just astounded. Somebody can't get tutoring because somebody else might get jealous. How fucking petty is that? How high school are you? I know you're like 23, and that's still a valid excuse to be all juvenile and shit, but it's not. You want to talk about how grown you are, about how you're almost the assistant manager to the whole store? Grow up. Let your boyfriend have his own life without trying to control everything about it. And then the guys who want to do the same thing. Let your girlfriend have a life. If she's off fucking some other guy, she was going to do that anyway. So you don't need to micromanage her life and ask her where she at 3,000 times in a day. Text her phone, blow up her freaking email, or whatever the hell you happen to do nowadays. I don't even care. If someone's gonna cheat, then they're gonna fucking cheat, okay? And then once they do cheat, you drop that fucker like a rock. I don't care what their excuse is. There's no good excuse for that. But relationships are bound on trust. Anybody ever seen Boy Meets World where Topanga and Sean walk in on Corey and Angela snuggling in bed together, and they're both just kind of like, aww, they're so cute together? That is the reaction you should have when you walk in on your boyfriend cuddling your best friend. Because if it's not, you have bigger issues to be addressing than, why is my boyfriend in bed with my best friend? The bigger question is, oh my god, are one of you dying from hypothermia and you had to snuggle together for warmth or something? Is there something I need to be doing? Do you need to go to the hospital? That should be the question, not, oh my god, were you guys just totally fucking in my bed? Okay. Okay, so that's all I had to say. I just don't understand relationships where people do this. So that was a really long rant, and I am very sorry, but I had to do it. Okay, so I'm done. Okay, sorry.